Good day, Tragic here. Welcome back to Star Trek Frontiers. We're kind of winding down this game and we're in a bit of a weird position. I've never had this happen to me in Major Knight. And that is, we have basically, we've got a whole round to go. We're just at the start of the 5th round. And we've pretty much conquered every single location on the map. We just haven't burnt down all these kind of places. We can still burn them down. I don't think you can actually burn down villages in this one. You can subjugate the village, which is similar to, you can burn down the monasteries, which is the same. You actually mark them on the map, but you can't actually destroy the villages. But the point is, apart from doing, burning down these things, and I think there's one little monster here, and there's a couple of planets still not done. So there's still a few things, but we've almost done the entire map. So there's kind of nothing to do except this Borg. Also, we've actually bought every single action card in the game except for 2. Never seen that before. So bizarre. What this means is I've basically got a whole bunch of turns with nothing to do except to get these guys from here to here. The Klingons have a bit of action. They've got this to burn down. They've got this to conquer, which they can get to very easily. Yeah, but it's going to be pretty hard, especially because these guys do not... this guy's got no movement in his hand. Picard has no movement in his hand. This guy's got no movement in his hand. So it's just, she has 2 move. Yeah, so it's just going to be a quick couple of turns. I might do a few turns in a row. But before I do, I'm just going to tweak Martok's turn when he fought the Borg here. There were some questions about it in the comments, so I'm just going to bring it up again. He fought a Borg cube, and a Dominion token, right? Now, he is at the blue sphere here, the blue cube, right? The blue city. And as you can see, it only affects blue and red attacks or cold fire attacks, which is blue and red. So it doesn't affect normal physical attacks. So this guy here doesn't get +1 because it is just a physical attack. So he only attacked for 5. This dude here, because it is cold fire, would only get +1. So he's actually attacking for 5. Now, when we did the turn, if I just pull out some of these cards, there's the shield. That was a wound that we discarded. Here's the shield here. What we did, we produced enough attack to kill them. But what we also did is that we used, here we are, we used this 5 shields to block this dude here. And then we used this attack here, attack 2 shields. So 2 shields means 1 point of defense because this is double defense. So we took that 5 attack became 4 attack because we used 2 shield to block 1 point. Remember, you can partially block in this game. And then because this was now only 4, we were able to reduce the amount of damage incoming because we are at 4 armor. So we took 2 wounds in hand and we put 2 wounds into the discard pile because he has brutal and poison. So it's doubled, so the 1 damage becomes 2 damage, and the poison puts that 2 damage also gets copied into the discard pile. Now, let's get into this. Starting with Martok, he has no movement, but he has got some diplomacy and lots of blue, and he's got these things, and he's got energy flow, which will allow him to ready crew members. That is very handy. And he has a spare slot, and Gowron is up here, which is a pretty good guy. There's also this dude. Now, he is in the blue city. The blue city can buy spells. It cannot buy units. Only the yellow city can buy all the units. I mean, you can buy city units, but you can't buy all the others. So, in fact, There are no units that he can buy at the moment, but he can buy spells. What we want is, wow, Warp Manipulation. That's exactly what we want, a movement spell. Wow, okay, so he wants to buy that spell. So he needs to produce 7 diplomacy plus a black mana to buy a spell. And he should be able to do that quite easily. He is at +3 already, so he only needs to produce, what, 4 mana. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, and we play this for 3, 4. That's fine, that's enough. And then we take a black mana from the source, and that allows us to take warp. Yeah, blam. And that be his turn. And he's still drawing to 8 because he's in the Borg. Now we've got Ursula's turn. She also has no move. We still have her dice. I'm going to stick it over here just so I can remember to use it. I always forget to use this dice. Oops, it's blue. Now she's got great attack cards, but again, she's got no decent move cards. She could... These guys are actually in here, by the way. She could move to here, or maybe even to here. I think her best movement is actually to move to this spot, and then she'll have access to this planet, but she's one step closer to getting out. So, she needs 2 movement, and then whatever this thing is. So let's do that. We can produce 2 movement. And she comes down here. And we draw an H class, whatever I think it's H class, isn't it? Bam. Okay, so it is actually one of these ones you've got to discard tokens for. And she has no tokens, does she? Well, she can produce blue. She's got a yellow in her inventory. She's got a blue here, and she can produce 3 blue, but not 3 red. There's 2 red. She can use 1 additional die from the source. So if she could produce a red, she'd be able to do this. But she is unable to produce a red, so that's about that. Well. Maybe she can... She does have a card that allows her to produce red mana. So let's draw 2 cards and see what we get. Spatial Anomaly. Excellent. So she gets her movement card. Perfect. Pity we spent. I think we can do this now, actually. So we go Synthesize Data with her blue dice from the sort from... Space Pilot, or whatever it's called, Space Plot. Gain data crystal of our choice, so we take a red. Then we take the red die, and then you may use an additional die from the core this turn, and we take another red die, and boom, that is 3 red mana. And that's passed, that's all we need to do. So she claims a planet finally. Excellent. So she just gets 7 XP for this. That's all she gets. 43. And that be her turn. Expensive turn it was too. We used 3 dice and 2 crystals. Wow. Wow, how's that for a roll? And she's still at 6, so she draws to 6. Now it's Picard's turn. He is starting on a repair station, so he's got this in hand. And again, he's got nothing to do. There is literally nothing in... This is the only thing in the vicinity for him to attack, or this thing down here. Pretty much everything else is destroyed. So he's just gonna make his way over here. And he's got no movement in hand. So what's he gonna do? I guess he's gonna go draw 2 cards as well. Ah, here we go. Move 4. So, bam. That is move 4. The energy cost of space is reduced to 1 to a minimum of 1. So that gives him 1, 2. Okay, so that's 1. Oh, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would cost him 6 movement to get to the other station. So he just needs to produce 2 more movement. So let's just go 1, 2. So that's 6 movement we've produced. Now this one says cost of space is reduced to 1 in empty space. So that is 1, 2. This is not empty, so it still costs 3. So that's 5. This one is empty, so that's 6. Would have been nice to save that card really until I had a huge amount of move in hand. Doesn't matter. That is the end of that. We made it some of the way. And he's drawing to 6 cards. 7 cards with planning. There's some more movement. And Cisco has absolutely nothing to do as well. He's also just got to make a move. He could buy another card. What have we got? Is there any good movement cards in here? Wow, long range attacks. And that's Pulse Torpedo. That's cold fire attack. Call to arms. Recruit any crew member. That might come in handy. Meditation. Pick 2 cards from your discard pile and place them on the top of your ship deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if he goes bang, take the black, use an additional die, take the red, pick another player's hand. You may use 2 cards in that player's hand during your current turn. You may use either the basic or the stronger effect for free. So we're going to take these 2. So that's 8 movement we've just created. And that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I could move to here. I think I want to stay here because he's going to buy Call to Arms or meditate. Yeah, buy meditation is what he wants. These are really expensive turns, but there's like nothing to do basically. So them's the breaks. Ya blam. These go back in the hand. Right, and that's the end of that turn. Not a lot of action. Oh, that was a red, I think. Not a lot of action so far, but we're moving out. You know what I should have done? I should have left... What I should have done is I should have moved into here and left Picard, left Cisco to guard these bases, because that's pretty much all the Klingons can do, except race for this location might be good. Anyway, that's the end of that turn, and I will see you guys next time.